Scotland 30, England 21. Scotland's Six Nation title hope still alive. Oh, that TMO decision now versus France really, really, really hurts. That could have been a Grand Slam still alive, and that game versus Ireland would have been pumped up. It would have been massive, but that's in the past. Scotland beat England 4th in a row, Calcutta Cup. 4 in a row. That's insane. That's crazy. Scotland winners at Murrayfield. Yeah, the game started for both teams at 100 bloody miles an hour. I think we were expecting that. High intensity. I thought Scotland were flustered early on. England were all over them in attack and defense. You can obviously see the effects of that new defensive style from England, really pressing hard in line speed. 10 handling errors in the first 20 minutes. Everyone a bit flustered. Like I said, I think both teams were a little bit flustered. England holding England a little bit better in that first half of the first half, so the first quarter of the game. I felt like the first half had two halves to it. Scotland really come into their own as the game kind of started flowing on. I'm going to stick on Scotland firstly. Like I said, looked flustered on attack and defense early on, but like built nicely into their game, their attack, their defense. When Finn Russell started to get his hands on the ball a bit more, even putting in his attacking kicks, pinning England down in the corners. He's so good at that, man. So good. Knows when to just calm everything down. Let's pin the corners, ball hitting grass, rolling out, or pinning players right into the corner and then getting a shitter kick off or a bad exit or getting tackled deep down in their own half. Finn Russell is really one of the best at that at the moment. So Scotland's attack obviously showed right from the start, like we all know, their attacking intent, always looking to attack. They needed to be a little bit more deeper at the start because of England's rush defense. England were putting them under a lot of pressure early on, and Scotland were getting caught with man and ball or knocking the ball on a lot. I felt like they had their first three opportunities to attack in like the attacking half. They gave the ball back 3 times. They couldn't string 2 or 3 phases together, and that was kind of credit to England's defense, really pushing up off the line that first 15 minutes. Man, and all it takes is just bang, boom, flips it. That, from the scrum, that first phase play, obviously it just shows the amount of respect and eyeballs Finn Russell holds. Okay, it was White off the scrum straight to, or I think he might have jumped out of the scrum, straight to Tuipulotu. Tuipulotu dug deep into that line. Finn Russell looping around the back. You can see Henry Slade made his decision early. I'm going to jump out the line and smash Finn Russell. Tuipulotu, that short ball to Hugh Jones, breaks the line beautifully. Them two together, just poetry in motion, man. Timing that run perfectly. Hugh Jones breaks through, gets tackled. Who's there? The England heartbreaker, Duan van der Merwe, collects, come right off his wing, collects, dummies, scores his first try. And Scotland just go bang, bang, baby. Beautiful that, man. You can't give the Scottish a little bit of a sniff. And for the Duan's second try, you can't give him a sniff. Great tackle from Scotland, busts England's attack. Ball pops out. Hugh Jones plays Duan van der Merwe. Ben Earl slipped a little bit and he's gone. You can't give him a sniff. His size, for his size, he's crazy fast. He's huge. He'd be over 2 meters, I think, or around 2 meters. I should probably have those stats up. And 100 kilos easy, and he's gone. Burst down the touchline there. Loves a try versus England. Absolutely loves it. So it's funny because the first 3 times they had attacking opportunities, Scotland did, they fumbled the ball. And the next 3 times they did, 2 tries and a penalty kick to get to that 17 points. Man, that shows again, characteristics of a very strong, solid team is, yes, you can sometimes be flustered a bit, but it's how you turn that around. Are you going to stay flustered the whole game, or are we going to turn it around? Having those experienced guys in the team, obviously Finn Russell, Rory Dodge, Jamie Ritchie, Dempsey, those guys, Skuman, those guys that just cool everything down. Let's get back to basics. When we get opportunities, let's take it. Let's take it. Scotland also just turn defense into attack so well. Applying pressure, defense, and when they do get the ball, they option takers in the right positions get the ball in their hands and make the right options. Turn defense into attack. Finn Russell got his hands on the ball. Where's the space? Cross kick. Sets up perfectly, of course, for Duan van der Merwe to get his hat-trick. And just, man, that dagger into England's hearts. Duan loves a try versus England. Again, just comes back to that. Playmakers being in the right position, getting their balls on the ball in their hands early on so that they can make the right options and executing those options as well. Defense, yeah, like I said, flustered on defense and attack in the first kind of 15 minutes. Got sucked in on that first phase try that England Furbank scored. Got sucked in, obviously, Ollie Lawrence and Henry Slade being big ball runners. Tori Polotu and Hugh Jones kind of sucked in on those short balls, and England played around the back with Elliot Daly going through. And then I think they did at the back end. They started to be connected. Let's get our line speed, stay connected, not jagged where they can find holes, stayed connected, and made their one-on-one tackles. Kicking, Russell obviously striking it beautifully off the tee. I think it was 6 from 6, and used his kicks out of hand really well to pin England. And it makes it so hard to get out of your own half when you get a kicker. Your opposite kicker is just pinning you back. Is either rolling them out into touch or keeps them in field, but you've got 100 players running at you. And then obviously that cross kick on a platter. Finn Russell on a platter, just cooking at Murrayfield. Standout players, obviously, Duan van der Merwe got his man of the match as well as a yellow card for a tip tackle. Which, come on, man. That wasn't that bad. Man, he's such a threat, Duan van der Merwe. Big. Obviously, he's got his big hand off. He's worked a sidestep into his artillery of tools to use. Fast as well. What was it? 3 tries, 5 carries, 113 meters run, 6 tackle breaks. Man of the match for sure. I thought Skuman and Dempsey really well for them carrying the ball, always getting over that vantage line. And just when it was getting tough for him, just give me the ball, let me tuck it, and let me make some meters. Really good for them. Jumping over to England, you kind of see early on why Furbank was brought into the side instead of over Freddie Stewart. Brings that attacking element as well, but because he has played a bit of 10 at Northampton or in his career as well, he's come in so that they could have a 10 on both sides of the ruck. There's a few times there where he came in at first receiver, and he's definitely a bit more of a ball player than Freddie Stewart is. Attacking that first try was beautiful, man. Ollie Lawrence, they used him. Obviously, England would have known. Scotland would have seen Ollie Lawrence as an attacking threat, running those short balls, and they used him as a decoy first up. So Ben Earl did really well to jump off the 8, come to the line. Ollie Lawrence short out the back. Henry Slade short. Elliot Daly out the back. Went through, and Furbank scored untouched. Beautiful. Furbank would have loved that. Loved that for sure. I think it was only after like 25 minutes that either of the teams strung more than 3 phases together. And it looked good. England had, and that was England, it had options, players in motion, players running the decoys, balls out the back, but then just not converting that attacking pressure into points. You have to. Every opportunity you get, you've got to score points. You've got to score points. Too many handling errors. I thought they can't get momentum on attack. As the game went on, you could notice what their game plan was. It was just the kick again. They kind of fall back into that George Ford back in the pocket kick. Danny Kerr, lots of box kicks. Like, you don't want to give Scotland the ball. They're attacking threat. They've got attacking threats all over the park. Don't give them a ball. Chance your arm more. You're picking these exciting players. I'll say it again. You're picking these exciting players. Chance your arm more. Play the ball. Yeah, when Feo Oboso did come on, I mean, that little dart there to score, that was nice. Cunningham South come on and added a bit of oomph in the forward pack. But you can see that, like, just touching on Feo Oboso's try, players running from depth, changing direction, having options, running at the line. It works. It works, England. You've got the players to do it. Let's do it. Their defense, obviously, very aggressive. Felix Jones style of defense. You saw it with the Springboks. You're seeing it now with England. It's just whether they can keep that up the full 80 minutes. Because that first 30 minutes, first 25 minutes, yes, definitely. But then the steam started to come undone. Underhill, a pest at ruck time, 2 turnovers, I think it was at the end. And strong on defense. England conceded the ball 14 times in the first half. 14 times? That's too much. That's too much. That's definitely something they'll look at, like whether that's handling errors or poor line out or just giving the ball back at ruck time. Not good enough. I thought even though their game plan was based around kicking, I think their kicks were poorly executed. Maybe sometimes too deep or too flat or just giving the ball away or just like, why are you kicking there? Let's play. Let's play. Get the ball. Let's play, man. Let's attack. You have to. The only way you can score points is by having the ball. Don't kick it. George Ford with a beautiful drop goal. Loves a drop goal. 40 meters out. It was a great timing of it too. Like Scotland had all the momentum. England did get the ball around that time, and yeah, just saw the opportunity and slotted it. Beautiful. Standout players, I thought Sam Underhill, immense at ruck time and on defense. Then you know what you're getting from him, and he does that donkey works. Never really got the ball in hand, but strong player. That was like there wasn't many others that stood out for me. The Cunningham South, when he did come on, he added a bit of oomph. But England didn't show much. Again, like once or twice, 3 or 4 phases. But, like, I mean, credit to Scotland. They know how to beat England. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Like, subscribe. Let's go. And I'll see you next time. Later.